Colin Bond is the only driver ever to have won both an Australian Rally Championship and an Australian Touring Car Championship. Something of an identity crisis for him today, although organisers have entered him as a racing driver, teamed with Ian Hill. Slowly away for Bond. Takes second, and that's where he'll stay for the majority of the run up the hill. Probably impossible in these cars to pull third gear up this 1.7 kilometre climb. Bond so sideways around the hairpin, the first of the hairpins, and really using the body English of the motor car to keep it sweeping and flowing. Bond first entered a rally in 1964, the Ampol Round Australia trial. He won the rookie title in that event as he bogs down out of the hairpin. He tries to keep the car as straight as possible. Won the Southern Cross Rally in 1971. Won the James Hardy 1000 predecessor, the Hardy Ferrado 500, in 1969. Much, much better out of that corner than George Fury. And again there, still bogging down, but a little faster, I'd suggest, than Fury. Coming up now to the finish line, Colin Bond, 42 from Gladesville in New South Wales. A time of 1 minute 34.16. It takes Fury's lead away by 1.2 seconds.
But no, I thought the rallying to me was quite exciting. Of course, it was on the dirt, and it was quite, you know, your car control stuff, sliding, and if you really tried hard on the dirt, you went faster. Whereas motor racing sometimes, it's a bit like a science. You just got to be very precise about what you're doing, braking and making sure the car's not sliding too much, because if you do slide the car on the bitumen, the tyres seem to disappear, get too hot, whatever they do, and go away, and then you're in more trouble. But if you can just maintain what you're supposed to do and drive to almost to a plan, it was always quicker.
Only two drivers remain now, Colin Bond and Jim Richards, the fastest men on the mountain. To beat Ross Dunkerton's time, Colin Bond must get down the mountain in 1 minute 29.26 seconds. Bond's best time up was 1 minute 34.47. That was 1.1 seconds slower than Jim Richards. So neat over that obstacle, which has brought so many other people undone. Beautiful, Colin. Smoothness is the name of the game. Bond's in the car that is alleged by the cognoscenti to be the fastest of all the Bluebirds. That's the one with the small dent on the left-hand front guard.
Colin Bond, I should say, tapping on the handbrake. Trying to get the rear of the car.
Just lifting the front inside wheel. Scandinavian flick, hold the power on. Bond going for it. Lost absolutely no time out of that corner. Last corner on the hill now. Just over the apex. Through the traps. Colin Bond in the 29s. 1:2.924. Colin Bond is second fastest, but only just. And I'm wrong, Colin Bond with 1 minute 29.24 seconds has taken over the lead in the JPS Rally Sprint with a cumulative time of 3 minutes 3.71 seconds, 0.02 of a second, 200th of a second faster than Ross Dunkerton. In this inaugural JPS Rally Sprint Championship, I think everyone's been a winner. The concept has proven successful, but the outright winner of the event is Colin Bond by just 0.05 of a second from Ross Dunkerton. Colin, congratulations.
Well, thanks very much, John. All I can say, it was a lot of hard work in the car, and thanks to Howard Marsden, I think, and the boys for supplying the cars, because going up the hill we thought they may have been a little bit slow because the hill is quite steep, but they were certainly a handful coming down, I can assure you.
Colin, you were second fastest both up the hill and down the hill, but you couldn't really say that consistency counted today.
No, I think basically what you had to do was put a very good run together both up and down the hill and not make many mistakes, because I think making the mistakes you lost the event, you actually didn't win the event.
There's a big trophy coming your way right now, Colin, from Keith Thornton.
Congratulations, Colin.
Good, thanks very much, Keith.
And a small cheque.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, Colin, that's $4,000 in fact, which is not too small.
No, it's quite not a bad weekend's work actually, and that's what we thought we might do this weekend, come down here and go back with a bit of money, but it was certainly hard work, and the pressure was really put on, particularly by Jim in the first run and Duncan in the second run, who left just prior to me, and when I heard his run, I knew that virtually we had to give it a go down the hill and all stops out and maybe make it to the bottom, and we did, and we were the winners, and that's the main thing.
Ross Dunkerton was second by just 0.05 of a second. Ross, it must be disappointing in one way.
John, it is, but to be beaten by Colin Bond is a privilege. He is probably Australia's best all-round motorsportman, and it was good to compete against all the top drivers in Australia today, and to be beaten by Colin Bond is a privilege.